Welcome guys, I dyed my hair today. It is looking awful. It's dyed on my skin. I did not dye my sideburns, but it's pink and here we are, and it gave me an amazing idea. I love pink. I love Pokemon. Let's do a video on pink Pokemon. Let's go. Anyway, I'm Joshua, and in this video we're gonna go over through all 8 generations of Pokemon, and then I kind of pick my favorite of the pink Pokemon for various reasons, and we just talk about it and we just hang out because we're all friends here. We're all cool. No one's making fun of my hair. No one's making fun of my glasses. No one's making fun of me. And am I just saying this to make myself feel better? Probably. So we're just gonna kick right all up in here on the first generation, which I'm sure we all well and know. Pokemon number 137, Porygon. Porygon is a normal type and defined as the virtual Pokemon. What makes it super duper cool is that, like, they say in the Pokédex that it can go from the real world to the virtual world. That it can, like, change its coding into code so it can go into the virtual world. Which, imagine that being in Digimon. Like, Agumon just walking around saying, "Oh, you must be a Porygon." Not being a Digimon. Sorry. Nerd out there. Anyways, but if you go from the Let's Go games as well as Pokemon Yellow on their Pokedex entry, it says that people think that it might be able to go into outer space, though it's never been seen. But personally, I just thought it was always a super cool concept. Moving on to Gen 2, number 222, which is Corsola. Corsola is a water rock type and is the coral Pokemon. I mean, what is there to say? People actually collect the branches that it grows off as, like, treasure. But thank God it grows it back, because that would be awful. It's also eaten by Marini from 7th generation Pokemon, which is also really scary. And it can only live in clean, warm water until 8th generation, whenever they made a variant for their waters where they're actually dead coral reef Pokemon. So that's an interesting concept. But for me personally, I just think it's an adorable Pokemon, and you gotta love Misties. Like, you have to. The next Pokemon on our list for our pink special in Generation 3 is number 370. Luvdisc. So, Luvdisc is a pure water type, obviously living in warm water. It actually lives in the reefs of Corsola. So, throwback to Gen 2 pink Pokemon. But it is the Rendezvous Pokemon, which I had no idea what that meant. So, I needed to do a little bit of research. And it is a meeting at an agreed time and place, oftentimes between 2 people. So in summary, it's the date Pokemon, which is so adorable. And a lot of people have hate for this Pokemon, but I have nothing but love for this Pokemon. But it does have a predator, being Pelipper. Curse you, Pelipper! And in breeding season, this Pokemon actually covers the surface of the ocean and makes it a pink color. A glorious pink color. Anyway, so the reason I really like this Pokemon, because it represents love, and who doesn't love love? Like, love is love is love. Love, love, love. Love. Moving on to our 4th gen pink Pokemon is number 439. Mime Jr. So I do want to say that Mime Jr. was actually going to be a Pokemon in my top 5 cutest Pokemon, and I'll put that link somewhere in this description. But it didn't quite make it. But here it is in the pink Pokemon. Haha. Funny how that works, huh? But it is the Mime Pokemon, and it used to be a pure Psychic. But as soon as Generation 6 came along, it became a dual type, Psychic and Fairy. And it is what is known as a baby Pokemon. In case you don't know what that is, that means you get that. It's like it's a specifically baby. Like you get it from an egg, which all Pokemon lay eggs. Even humanistic ones like Mr. Mime. So you get Mime Jr. by having Mr. Mime, which we're not going to get into it being Mr. laying eggs, but whatever. Mr. Mime in the daycare holding an odd incense. But it actually evolves into Mr. Mime once it learns Mimic and leveling it up once. So kind of like a little thing. But it loves to like imitate people in Pokemon and their emotions, but it especially loves to do it with Mr. Rime. It looks up to Mr. Rime like, oh my gosh, this is my leader. But it is the final evolution, which came in Generation 8. So kind of like Mr. Mime 1st Gen, Mime Jr. 4th Gen, Mr. Rime 8th Gen. Look at that go. Our Gen 5 Pink Extravaganza continues with number 518, Musharna. Musharna. It's actually a very cool Pokemon, yet kind of creepy at the same time. It's the drowsing Pokemon, and with a full psychic typing. So it has this like hole on its forehead, and it leaks something called the Dream Mist, which is actually pretty cool and pretty scary at the same time. It's very important to the storyline in Black and White, but if you ever seen it in person, don't go near it because it could be any color depending on the dreams that it ate, but it's quite frequently pink, and if you go to it, it could bring your nightmares to life. Munna. You'll understand. It actually evolves from the Pokemon Munna with a Moonstone, but if you don't want to waste a Moonstone on it, you can actually find it in Wrestling Grass in Black and White too, so just, it's not as common as Munna, obviously. To me, like, I liked this Pokemon. It's a quick leveling up Pokemon, which I'm not going to go into the leveling up scheme of some Pokemon versus others, but it's a faster one. And I don't know, I just always thought it looked really cool. But always remember, don't wake it up from its sleep because it's not going to be very happy. Coming in with the 6th generation Pokemon I picked for this pink out is actually the evolution Sylveon. Of course, what would any pink out be without this Pokemon? It's the number 700th Pokemon, and here's a little bit more. So Sylveon is the intertwining Pokemon, and it's a pure fairy type. There's a little trend, a lot of fairy psychics and normal types being pink, but you know, pink is what pink does. I mean, I feel like Kimberly from Power Rangers might have been a normal type. She could have been a fairy type. Ooh, that would have been interesting. So it's got these like ribbon things that are like feelers and I mean whatever, but it actually releases an aura that can like separate any like conflicts or whatever. But it can also wrap around its trainer's arms and they can hold hands and it'll learn its feelings. Sylveon, it's getting a little too tight. You're cutting off my circulation. So it might be cute and all, but it also is a hunter. It's a dog-like Pokemon. It uses its feelers to like, or its little ribbon things to like distract its prey and then emit its aura or whatever it is, and then like it pounces and it's like, what? Pokemon's getting all like super animal looking, be prey and predators and but I actually really like Sylveon. I think it's adorable. I love its pinkness. I love its just, I think it's a good asset to the evolution team. We're moving right on along to Generation 7, and it is 786, being a legendary Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele is a legendary, so obviously it's going to have pretty high stats. So it has 570 altogether, so that's pretty good. and it is the Land Spirit Pokemon, and coming with the dual typing of Psychic Fairy. It's the Fairy normal Psychic typing, but this one's two of them. You guys heard that song? I got 2 tickets to paradise. Pack your bags, we'll leave tonight. Which I totally would love to live there. But this deity is the deity to Aquila Island. But Joshua, what island is that? Go play Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and go find out. And then you can get your ticket to paradise. Another thing with the double up, it's considered actually a good Pokemon, and it could be ruthless at times. It uses its scale to heal Pokemon and people alike, and it's helped actually stop the war, well, it's said. But it also is said it's pretty cruel, because it can cause a lot of devastation if too much scales start touching. Oh, here comes Tapu Lele. Oh, it's like, what? Oh no! I just want to say that I'm having a lot of fun making this a video and doing research. It's making me look further into information. I hope you guys are getting as much from this as I am. But I just want to keep on this ride on moving. And we're going to the 8th final generation here. And keeping the pink moving. Keep the pink going. Keep the pink going. We're going to 859th Pokemon. Impidimp. Impidimp is known as the wily Pokemon, and it actually is a dark and fairy type, so we got a little dark going on up in here, but there's a reason why. I mean, this is a little mischievous, little nasty. He'll come up in your house and steal stuff from you, but he also causes you stress and anger and all those things, and he thrives on negative emotions, and he feeds on it through your nose. Look out, Nose Pass. Yes, 911, that Impidimp is back, and he's out here trying to steal my shoes. Yes, sir, I've got the nose shield on. I feel silly, but he's not feeding on nothing today. Unfortunately, there isn't too much information on it, being a Gen 8 Pokemon, and we're currently on Gen 8 and waiting for the DLC. Both of them. I can't wait. But I do look forward to learning more about it, and I know its evolutions are super cool looking, so I'm about that life. I will share that its stats aren't too good, 265, but as it evolves, it obviously is going to get stronger and better, and that's the way the Pokemon cookie crumbles. Again, I have had a blast doing this video, and it is the longer video than I've done, but there's a ton of information in there and a lot of things I've learned. I hope you guys learned a little bit more, and maybe if there's like something you guys would like me to do, like Pokemon related, maybe not. I have to know and have a little bit of passion about it, but you're more than welcome to let me know. All right, so hit it up. It's your boy.